Hi guys, Susie here from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, and welcome to my 15-week pregnancy update. Yeah. This is my update for 15 weeks. I'm actually 16 weeks in a couple of days, so I'm going to talk about everything that happened in week 15. I had a lot of things going on and I wrote down a lot, so I'm very excited to talk about those things in these videos. I also have some adorable baby clothes to show, and I just have a few kind of exciting things going on that I would like to share with you guys. I like to start these videos out by talking about the baby, and I'm still using the Pregnancy Plus app. The reason I like this app so much is because of the realistic picture that they have of the baby, and I find the information on it interesting. I used to use the What's to Expect app, and I think I've just read everything on it so many times that I just got sick of it. If you guys know any other apps that you like better than Pregnancy Plus, please let me know. And if you've never seen this before, you should check it out. This is the baby at week 15. I'm gonna hold it like this so that it doesn't have too much light reflecting off it. But there is the baby, and if you press this ruler, I do this every week, the baby changes to be the scale size. So when I was only about 8 weeks pregnant, it used to show up a large picture of the baby, and then you'd press the ruler and it would like shrink and be like this big. So now at week 15, it is very exciting because the baby is finally larger than my phone. So when I press this, you can see that the whole baby doesn't fit in the screen. And so that is a substantial sized baby. It says that the baby is still quite small, but the heart is pumping approximately 25 quarts of blood every day. Your baby is continually becoming more active and is busy practicing all those movements that its tiny body has already learned to perform. The bones inside your baby's body are hardening and the tiny legs and arms are now completely formed. Even though your baby's eyes are closed, they are making little movements and even have the ability to sense changes in light through the eyelids. Your baby's flexible thumbs are now able to grasp, preparing for the day when the tiny hand will wrap around your finger, and that is adorable. And I normally don't read any of this stuff because it's too much reading and my voice is hilarious. But I read the first few lines of this and it made me really excited. It says, you will begin to feel a sensation of fluttering in your stomach, and the movements are likely to be felt earlier in the case that this is your second or subsequent pregnancy. I kind of forgot that how early you can start to feel the baby move. And when I was pregnant with Wilson, I felt the baby move around 16 and a half weeks. And I know that, I mean, I didn't make videos back then, but I had like a little diary. And so I went back and checked, and it was about 16 and a half weeks. And after the first day that I felt it almost every day. And I just loved that so much. So I know this is my 15-week update, and I'm talking about week 15, but I'm actually 16 weeks and 2 days pregnant. So that could happen any day now, and I'm really, really excited. So let's talk about mom, and I'm going to talk about week 15, not week 16. That's for next week, even though I'm 16 weeks now. I'm going to talk about the week that passed. When I made my week 14 video, I was talking about how I was feeling better, but I had a couple of setbacks. Well, week 15 was even better as far as nausea. I had 0 nausea. And I only had 1 day where I was exhausted. And you know what? I worked all day and I kind of had a bad sleep the night before because it was like super hot and muggy. And my baby kind of woke up a few times during the night. So I just had like a bad sleep, and I worked all day that day in the OR on my feet. And I was just so exhausted after work that I went to bed at like 8:30. But other than that, I have been feeling pretty much back to normal. My appetite is back to my normal appetite, so I don't feel starving. I just feel normal. The only thing is that over the last week, I've had to make an effort to start eating healthier food again, because when I first got my appetite back, I was eating a lot of like pizza and French fries and things that were just easy and delicious and cheesy and salty. And I don't mind eating those types of things. I don't mind gaining weight when I'm pregnant or anything like that. I just am feeling better now, and I feel like I should eat more nutritious food for the baby. So I'm thirstier. I'm drinking a lot more water, which is good for the baby, but I'm starting to have that urinary frequency that everybody talks about in pregnancy. So especially in the evenings, sometimes I get out of bed like 4 times to pee, and that is a huge pain in the butt. And I don't have a bladder infection. which I am very familiar with. I've had a lot of bladder infections this year, especially trying to get pregnant. But yeah, I'm just peeing all the time. And I think that's related to hormones and the fact that there's not as much room down there near my bladder, and the fact that I'm drinking a lot more water. In my last video, I talked about how I didn't think my boobs were going to grow anymore, that they weren't that sore anymore. But for whatever reason, in week 15, it all came back. So, like, you can't see my boobs in the video, thank God. But they are so sore, and they have grown so much. Normally, I'm like an A or a B cup. Like I have no boobs. They're like cat ears. Like, you know, when you were like 14 and you just started getting boobs, what they look like when they're like kind of pointy, that's what my boobs are normally like. But they are big and round now. They're like probably a D. Like, that is a huge change. And I really didn't gain that much weight. I probably only gained, like, I lost a bunch of weight last week. And I'd say I probably gained it back. So I really only gained 1 or 2 pounds total so far in this pregnancy, and my boobs are massive. Some people say that their hair gets kind of brittle and dry and lifeless when they're in their first and second trimester, and also like their nails crack and stuff like that. And I find that my nails are better. My hair has been super dried out, but I honestly think it's because I've been swimming in salt water all summer. So I have dry hair anyway. Those of you who watch my channel, you know I follow like this curly girl method, which is, you know, where you don't wash your hair with sulfate and you use a lot of like moisturizing conditioners, and you actually wash your hair with conditioner and style your hair with gel. I've still been doing that all summer, and my hair hasn't been that bad, but I am not going to sacrifice swimming in the ocean to have good hair. So my hair has been quite dry, but I can't say for sure if that's pregnancy related. I was doing this hair growth vitamins challenge before I found out I was pregnant. They're Saint Tropica hair growth vitamins, and they sent me some hair masks too. And I was supposed to do like a follow-up video 60 days after I tried it to see how it affected my hair. But I just had to stop taking them because like, just where my pregnancy's high risk. I know it's just vitamins, B vitamins, which are really good for you, and biotin. But I just couldn't take them. I just had to take exactly what my doctor told me to take, just with my history. And so I was kind of disappointed about that because they seem to be working really, really well. So maybe after I'm not pregnant anymore, I'll start taking those vitamins again. But so I don't know, I'm rambling, but my hair like hasn't been too bad. I'm actually going to get my hair cut in like an hour. So maybe when I edit this video, I'll put my new hair at the end of it so you guys can see. But I'm going to get my hair cut. My hair grows super fast. And this is probably going to be my last haircut before I let my hair grow long again. I love having short hair because it's really easy and it's cute and it always looks like I styled it. Like, this literally is the hair that I woke up with. So I hashtag woke up like this. And you can't see it up close, but it's just curly, like it's a little flat in the back because I slept on it. But I couldn't style it today because I'm going to the salon in like an hour. So I'm going to get my hair cut just one more time because I have a wedding to go to tomorrow. And I picked out a really cute, like maternity kind of formal dress, which I'm going to pick up today, that I'll show you guys. And I just wanted that really nice fresh haircut, and then I think I'm going to let my hair grow long. And I only miss my long hair when I look at my old videos. I'm going to show you guys a clip of what my hair normally looks like. Hey guys, Curly Susie here from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. And as you can probably tell, I have a really bad cold. I just see it and I just want it back. So my hair tends to grow really fast when I'm pregnant. And I lost a bunch of hair postpartum when I was breastfeeding my son, but then it all kind of came back. So I think that'll be a good time to grow my hair out. But anyway, that's kind of all that's going on with me. The only other symptom that I've been having is I get a lot of, and I'm going to call it round ligament pain because that's kind of the general consensus of what it could be. But even like with my belly and my uterus the size that it is now at, you know, 15 weeks or 16 weeks, if I stand up really fast after I've been sitting on the couch, or sometimes when I'm in bed, if I go to roll over quickly, I get a really, really painful pulling kind of tearing sensation down by my uterus. And I really think and hope that it's just those kind of ligaments and muscles that hold the uterus in place. But it scares the crap out of me. And I usually have to bend over and hold my stomach and then kind of stand up. So I've been getting those since probably I was 10 weeks, but I find them worse now probably because my uterus is a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier. I'm just going to show you some baby stuff, and then I am going to show you my bump, and we're going to wrap this video up. I didn't have any doctor's appointments since my last video. What I have coming up is in 2 weeks, I have an ultrasound. That's my gender ultrasound. And I have an appointment with my OB. And other than that, everything, is going kind of normal. So I have some clothes, and my best friend was home from Toronto for almost 2 weeks. And I feel bad because I really didn't spend that much time with her. We had a couple of really awesome fun days. She was there on the beach day that we had the other day. And I don't know. What else did we do? We did something else. I can't even think about it because I'm so stunned. But anyway, I was working the day that she left. And when I got home from work, she had left a little baby gift for me. She dropped it off. My husband was home, and she just dropped it off with a cute little message on the bag. And it made me so emotional because this is the first thing that we've gotten for this baby. Here's the first outfit. It's gray. It's very simple. It has a little elephant on the front. And it's just pants and a shirt, and they're very soft and stretchy and comfortable. A little baby hat and socks that actually say little on the top of them. And I think it's the size of it that made me feel emotional, and just the fact that, I don't know, it kind of makes it more real. It's so tiny and so cute. So anyway, she got me that, and then a bunch of onesies, which anybody that has kids know that you need a million of these. This one says Daddy's Sidekick, and there's little dogs on it. This is just a black and white striped onesie, and I love this for a boy or a girl. Picture this on a girl, black and white with a pink headband and pink socks or something like that. I think that's so adorable. And then this one just has little puppies on it again. And we are definitely dog people. So these are very appropriate. I think advice that I have for people on here who are having their first baby, and I just thought of this when I was looking at the clothing here, is don't buy too much newborn stuff. Wilson wasn't a really big baby. He was only 7 pounds and 14 ounces, I think. And he only wore newborn clothing for a couple of weeks. And all he basically wore was stuff like this. So kind of plain, comfy onesies, one-piece pajamas with the legs and the feet. They're kind of, when your baby is born, not every baby, but a lot of them, because of the position they've been in when they're in the womb, their arms and legs are kind of bent up a little bit, and then they start to kind of straighten out as they get older, but they're really hard to dress. So as cute as little tiny jeans and things are, it's just not practical to put on the baby. So if I was going to give some advice for what to buy baby clothes wise, I would just say don't buy too much, and make sure you buy stuff that's comfy and practical. I think that's all I have to talk about this week. Next week I am going back. I actually have a studio space where I used to film videos. And you saw it in the clip where I showed how long my hair was. In that space, I have a few different locations for shooting that are a little bit more interesting than this plain wall. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, feel free to give it a thumbs down, and I mean that. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Bye.